This is the most warm-hearted lion king I've ever seen. When the lioness was nursing her cubs, he actually hunted for her through the night. When the pride was lazily enjoying their sunbath, he patrolled the territory under the scorching sun. When the pride was threatened, he risked his life to fight the invaders. His name is Mufumu, and he became the Lion King at the remarkably young age of 4, which is very rare. He is the only male lion in the kingdom, and he has to travel 16 kilometers every day to patrol the river and mark his territory. At regular intervals, Mufumu would stop to rub his paws, leaving his scent to warn intruders. Scent is currently his most effective weapon, as he's not yet strong enough to contend with a mature male lion. An unsettling figure appeared on the opposite bank of the river, a male lion in his prime. He coveted Mufumu's kingdom, and if a fight were to break out between them, Mufumu would likely be unable to hold his own. Fortunately, the river temporarily prevented this conflict, giving Mufumu time to grow. The pride he leads has only 6 members. A lioness named Zuwa is Mufumu's mate, and together they rule this small kingdom. Zuwa and one of her sisters are the pride's main hunters, with rich hunting experience that allows them to find prey more quickly. While everyone is out hunting, one lazy lioness is still sleeping soundly, never participating in the hunt. She is Zuwa's lazy sister. The last 2 members of the pride are Zuwa's aunt and cousin. This mother-daughter pair sometimes eat the delicacies Zuwa catches, but never share their own catches with the others. Night is the perfect time for hunting. The sister drives the antelope into the ambush circle, while Zuwa lies in wait nearby. Before the antelope can react, the 2 sisters quickly close the encirclement. Faced with predators attacking from both sides, some antelopes are bound to be caught. However, just as they've made their catch, the aunt and cousin eagerly come to share the meal. The lazy sister, who slept until nightfall, also arrives late. The family members are all scrambling to eat, afraid of missing out on a piece of antelope meat. But Mufumu has no appetite tonight. The invader remains a threat, and he dares not be careless for a moment. He continues to patrol near the territory. After all, going hungry is better than losing one's home. The next morning, Mufumu is still out patrolling. Zuwa comes alone to the riverside to drink. This is a place of sorrow and fear for her. Zuwa's previous cubs were all devoured by crocodiles when they came to drink water here. This has kept Mufumu's pride on the brink of crisis. With no cubs in the pride, to grow stronger and continue their bloodline, they must start a new breeding plan. So Zuwa comes to Mufumu's side. This young couple has been through too many setbacks, but Mufumu always believes that there will be a day of rise. He is very gentle and romantic with Zuwa. During the mating season, lions mate 20 to 40 times a day to ensure the lioness has a chance to become pregnant. Mufumu is putting all his efforts into the future of his endangered kingdom. A few months later, the arrival of rain causes the river's water level to rise continuously. Mufumu's pride can now live more peacefully. It has become more difficult for those intruders wanting to invade the territory. At this time, Zuwa has already gone off alone and given birth to 2 cubs, 1 female and 1 male. Zuwa's burden has also become heavier. The chances of successfully raising cubs during the rainy season are only 1 in 4. Now both mother and children urgently need to replenish their nutrition. Zuwa hides the cubs in the grass and goes out to hunt alone. But the 2 little ones are not well behaved, especially the older sister who was born first. She's a bit too bold and actually leads her brother towards the riverbank. This is extremely dangerous behavior, but they are unaware of it. The rising water makes it easier for crocodiles to hide and approach their prey, but the 2 cubs continue to approach. Their lives are already in imminent danger. When Zuwa returns after replenishing her milk, the cubs have disappeared. But as a mother, she won't give up without confirmation. Zuwa even enters the water without hesitation, the place she fears and dreads the most. Such bold behavior is bound to attract the crocodile's attention. At this moment, the mother searching for her cubs is already in danger herself. Luckily, she's not far from the shore and manages to return safely before the crocodiles can attack. Then, a familiar sound comes. Zuwa runs eagerly. It's her 2 cubs. The 2 little ones are still alive. They left the grass rashly and managed to drink water by the river, surviving by luck. Such good fortune won't happen a second time. Zuwa also realizes that when she goes out to hunt, she can't ensure the cubs' safety. So Zuwa brings the cubs back to the pride. The two little ones also meet their father for the first time. Mufumu is indeed a unique male lion. Usually male lions don't take care of cubs, but Mufumu shows full affection. This also makes the two cubs bolder, even climbing onto Mufumu to play. If it were other male lions, they might have already flown into a rage. But this unique young lion king's inner tenderness doesn't stop there. At night, when other lions have already entered dreamland, Zuwa is still nursing the cubs. In fact, her milk is already running low and she's still hungry. Night is a good time for hunting. After putting the cubs to sleep, Zuwa decides to go out hunting again. Just as she walks out, a familiar figure appears. It's Mufumu, and he's brought back an antelope. He's a hard-working male lion, a dutiful husband, and a warm-hearted father. This scene fills Zuwa with emotion. She comes to Mufumu, jumping up and down, showing her joy. Mufumu maintains his calm demeanor, as if to say, "Big brother may not speak, but big brother loves you among countless lionesses. Zuwa is fortunate." As she feasts, Mufumu quietly leaves. His silhouette is so majestic. At 4 years old, male lions are typically in their prime, full of hot blood, passion, and prone to youthful troubles. But for Mufumu, this doesn't exist. However, even though Mufumu has shared many burdens with Zuwa, taking care of cubs is still a worrying task. When she returns to the pride, the two cubs are gone again. The more timid brother is found not far away, but the bolder sister has recklessly climbed a big tree, getting herself stuck. It's really worrying for the mother. No matter how hard Zuwa tries, the cubs don't cooperate at all. Sometimes, a little lesson is a necessary part of growing up. The cub that falls down is a bit dizzy but not injured. Soon it's time for the pride to hunt again. Zuwa is an indispensable hunter. Before leaving, she leaves the cubs at home, asking her lazy sister to look after them. This isn't a correct decision. When the pride successfully takes down prey, the lazy sister hears the antelope scream. She can't control herself and leaves without permission. The two cubs are left alone again. Under the sister's lead, they actually come to the riverside again. Fortunately, this time they know the danger and leave the scene in time. As days go by, the two little lions are growing strong. They will be the hope for the pride's future. However, with the increase in family members, hunting antelopes can no longer meet their current needs. So they set their sights on larger prey water buffaloes. Night is still the best time for hunting. A lone water buffalo is targeted. At this time, the pride is gradually forming an encirclement and quickly launching an attack on the water buffalo, giving the prey no chance to escape. This time Mufumu also participates. With the male lion joining in, they successfully take down this water buffalo. However, before they can start celebrating, a low roar comes from not far away. This is not good news. For the safety of the family and territory, Mufumu, as the Lion King, must go to check. He's going to go hungry again tonight. Until the next morning, Mufumu hasn't returned to the pride. Zuwa is burying the leftover food with weeds. This way, when her husband returns, he won't have to go hungry. This is Zuwa's gratitude and repayment to Mufumu. Meanwhile, a strange male lion appears in the river. He has been eyeing Mufumu's territory. The dry season has lasted for 7 months, and the water level in the riverbed is very low. He easily reaches the other side and then roars loudly without hesitation. This is a declaration of war to Mufumu, but there's no response. Mufumu is out on patrol, and the cubs in the pride may face the biggest crisis since their birth. Without the protection of the Lion King, the invader will kill the other's cubs without hesitation. This way, the lionesses can enter estrus and create a new kingdom of his own. When the strange male lion comes to the edge of the territory, the scent left by the lionesses on the ground makes him linger, unable to extricate himself. At this moment, he feels terribly strong and can't wait to start fighting, to take over the long-coveted territory and lionesses. He roars confidently, wanting to settle on this land. Zuwa clearly knows the danger behind the roar. The whole pride begins to be on high alert. But without the protection of the Lion King, can they get through this crisis? As night falls, the invader lurks in the dark. The pride doesn't dare to be careless. The lazy sister is once again responsible for looking after the cubs, while the other lionesses prepare for battle with full attention. The battle breaks out in an instant. This time, the lazy sister is incredibly brave, actively joining the battlefield. Faced with the siege of 5 lionesses, the invader quickly becomes overwhelmed. Although the lionesses are not as big as male lions, with the absolute advantage in numbers, the male lion is beaten back step by step. The invader turns and flees. However, the invader's departure is only temporary. He won't miss such an opportunity and is brewing for round 2. But he has already missed the best time because Mufumu has returned. The Lion King has already detected the invader's scent in the air. He roars angrily at the sky, but this also exposes his position. Mufumu's return makes the invader choose to retreat. After last night's fight with the lionesses, he is already badly wounded and unable to contend with the Lion King. But Mufumu doesn't intend to let him go. For the sake of his wife and children, he decides to pursue and attack. Mufumu's determination teaches the invader a profound lesson. Only by defeating the enemy can future conflicts be avoided. Mufumu crosses the river and catches up with the invading lion. Even though the invading lion is bigger, he is no match for Mufumu at all. He is pinned down and beaten severely. To save his life, the invader flees in panic. Mufumu lets out a victorious roar. The enemy will never come back again. He can't wait to return to the pride. The whole family is immersed in the joy of victory. With healthy cubs, they have broken the curse of the crocodile river.